In this video, I'm going to use an example of a candle maker that is pouring 10 candles in an hour. And the reason why I'm using this candle maker is to give you a good idea of what can happen if you're not calculating the true cost of your product. So what do I mean by true cost? I mean a cost that considers your materials, in this case the wax, the fragrance, the jar, the wick, the dye, the label, everything, and then labor, your time needs to be considered as well because you're making the product, and then overhead allocation. So your fixed business costs spread fairly across what you will realistically sell. Okay, so you need to know that as well. Now let's look at a realistic example. You can pour 10 candles per hour. You make candles 5 hours a day and you work only 3 days a week. So your production capacity is that you can make 50 candles in a day, which means within 3 days you are able to pour 150 candles in a week. Now, here's a key point that protects your money and reduces waste. Capacity is what you can make. It's not automatically what you should be making. Because if you consistently make more than you sell, you tie up cash in stock, you create clutter, and your overhead will get harder to recover. So we're going to calculate true cost based on realistic sales level, not just maximum production. Let's say your material cost per product is your wax, your fragrance, jar, the wick, the label. That adds up to £4.80 per candle. Now that's your materials, okay? So your materials is £4.80. Now for step 2, you're going to consider your labor cost as well. Now labor means that you pour 10 candles per hour. Let's say you want to pay yourself £12 per hour for production time. So labor per candle will be £1.20. So that's £1.20 per candle. Now you have your materials, which is £4.80. Then you have your labor, which is £1.20. So in total so far we have £6 per candle. Okay, so that's £6 already for your candle. And this is where a lot of makers stop. They do not consider other costs. But your true cost also includes overhead. Okay, so step 3 is overhead. So we're going to do overhead allocation, and this is how to avoid waste within your sustainable business as well. So the overhead is everything that keeps your business running. So you have website fees, insurance, anything else. I use software, tools, subscription fees, etc. So everything that you need for your business by the end of the month, what you need to pay to keep your business going. Let's say your overhead is £600 per month. Now, you might have the capacity to make around 650 candles per month, but if you only realistically sell 400 candles per month, then pricing based on 650 will quietly under collect your overhead. So follow this rule. Overhead should be allocated using realistic expected sales, not your absolute maximum output. So let's use 400 candles per month as a realistic sales level for this example. Overhead per candle, so you have £600 divided by 400, and that's £1.50 overhead per candle. Now your true cost per candle becomes materials at £4.80, labor at £1.20, and then overhead at £1.50. So the cost of that one candle is £7.50. And that's the number you can use, okay, to price your product, because it's based on what you actually sell, not what you could produce if you pushed yourself. That's how you price in a way that is both profitable and also it lowers the waste that can accumulate over time. Why this matters? Because this is why so many sustainable handmade business owners feel busy but still feel financially tight or financially stuck. Because if you price like your candle costs £4.80 but your true cost is £7.50, that gap does not disappear. It turns into less money left in the business, and then you have the pressure to overproduce, and that can quickly create stress, which can lead to burnout. A lot of small handmade business owners burn out because of this. But once you know your true cost, you can price with confidence. You're not charging more randomly, and you're charging more correctly, or you're pricing more correctly. And you're producing to match your demand instead of producing into waste, because we don't want that if you're focusing on sustainability as part of your business. This is exactly why I'm doing hands-on pricing workshop, and I'm doing one on the 12th of March, where we're going to calculate your true cost properly, using your numbers, that is your materials, labor based on your capacity, and then overhead allocation based on realistic sales. If you don't have sales yet, we can still calculate overhead, it's not a problem. So you can price in a way that actually supports you. It's a working session, so I only accept 10 people in each session, just so I'm able to help as many people as possible and give you my undivided attention. If you're tired of guessing and want your true cost number, you can come to the workshop or you can follow me here on YouTube. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.